it occurs to me that at the end of our last outing together, I, in at least some context, compared Lubba to my mother. I am so sorry, Mama. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now I'm just gonna make him motion sick as he gets up from his nap. Last time, we made it into World 2, collecting lots and lots of green stars at 147 of these suckers now. Stars in general, not green stars. This time, we're gonna be starting off at Wild Glide Galaxy, seeing some more Fluzzard and taking flight. Not so much flying as it is falling with style. I don't need to know how to glide, buddy. No more gibber. You can skip the tutorial and repeat visits. Okay, never mind. That's nice. So this is a pretty jungly place. Looks like a place where Yoshis would hang out, right? The developers thought the exact same way. There is unused data for Yoshi drums to be played over the theme of Wild Glide. I'm not talking about this theme, where it's a remix of Sky Station. I'm talking about the jungle theme that's heard at the beginning. I'd like you to hear that now. It's a small change, but still worth hearing a little bit. Ah! From nice, calming music to ear assault in 4 seconds. I sound like I'm advertising myself as a Ferrari. I think the next star is down this way. If you could be down here, that would be very appreciated. It'd be the first time that I grab one out of order, but I'll take it. Anything, 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 somewhere, possibly, maybe, crazily. There she blows! Go, 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 go. Got it! I thought I would mention that it's generally recommended by, say it with me, speedrunners, to do the later green stars first in any level that allows you to collect any one you want, anytime you want. The main reason being is the intro movie for the first one can be skipped if it's already been viewed, and if you keep selecting the first one and grabbing later ones, well, you see the appeal there. Down, 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 down at the bottom of the... Your wing touched that! Down we go, down we go, down we go! There it is. I was physically attracted to that lighting. With the might of a Dragonite, it's 149 stars collected, so now we'll go off to Honeybloom. This one's tricky. I remember specifically that I searched this level, just scrubbing it top to bottom, thinking that I must have passed up the first green star. There's only 2 in this one. I made it so far in, never found any, but it turns out no, they were just kind of jerks and put them far in to throw you off. My movement here is also kind of physically attractive. Okay, there, I had to ruin it in more ways than one by not moving as well anymore and by saying it. I don't believe that I've hereby dubbed this suit, so I hereby dub the Luigi. I love coming up with names for these power-ups. So we'll hit these, we'll go up here. And up on... Oh, no, I'm not going the extra mile. The flower had other plans for me, and it had nothing to do with greatness. Flower might not seem like much, but it commands the bee's life. All hail the flower. Give me another pointless honey shroom. So many power-ups that share names with Paper Mario items. Life shroom, honey shroom as I'm calling it. Lots of different things. I think it has to do with these. I think it has to do with the bouncy berries. They get you up high enough to the point where you can get them. Just collect the coins to replenish the flight meter. And I'm just gonna make really sure nothing. Okay. Well, I replenished my meter there. That's the place. I saw the shimmer. Gimme, 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 gimme. No Yoshi to backflip off of, but we were fine anyway. This place has got some really gorgeous scenery, and you don't get to look at it well because it's all 2D. This mushroom will be force-fed to you by me. He looks so unamused at my impression of him, but such is the life of a Choppa. I'd be depressed too if I got introduced as a new and exciting Mario enemy only to be ignored for the rest of my existence. Actually, heck no. If I ever got to appear in a Nintendo game in any capacity, no matter how small, that'd be enough to keep me going for the rest of my life. I don't think I'd ever need to achieve anything ever again. Give me... Go up. This is bad. I have had 2 mushrooms force-fed to me in the span of a day. That's a new record for me. So I got to swing around up here. This one's also tricky. I remember this taking me multiple pass-throughs to get. We flip off of that swing, get on top of this beam, and then up this way is a secret area with some star bits. And if we keep flying up and up and up, somewhere, not exactly sure where, this one is pretty tricky. Over here? Yes, over here. This is probably the 2 most tricky green stars yet. It's time once again for Cosmic Cove, a place that I was so happy to learn that all of you loved as much as I did, but I wasn't really surprised by that information. Everyone I know has had good things to say about this one. And I'm very happy to say that I still have a lot of things to tell about this one. So first of all, as we hop down into the water, well, we can listen for a little bit. You know what I want? A YouTube upload of this song, but with these ambient underwater sounds. You don't have to have the enemies in there. You don't have to have the bubbles popping or the coin collecting. Just the ambient sounds. If someone can make that happen, then it would truly be perfect in every way to be able to experience this anytime I want while taking a bubble bath or anything really. It doesn't have to be anything special. First of all, since we're gonna be freezing stuff up and doing some ice flowery things, the ice flower, strangely, unlike the red star, doesn't remain on the disc and requires modifying the game to restore it. It's kind of unfortunate. And beyond that, Mario Broth blog posted a scan of the British Computer and Video Games magazine. They held a contest to design a power-up for Mario, and the thing that won was this horrific-looking magnet Mario power-up that, please never do this. And among the losing designs that they made fun of for being so terrible was the ice flower. Joke's on you. You thought that was good and you rejected the power-up that made it into one of the greatest games of all time 10 years before it did. But maybe it is a lame power-up and that's why it was cut from development so early. Maybe Nintendo thought the exact same thing they did. Or it's all just a great big coincidence they never even heard of British Computer and Video Gaming magazine. So I was wrong about little burrs. They do regenerate. But only when they are off-screen. Which means that the behavior of them replenishing is not unused, only the animation is. Clever, very cheeky, very sly of you guys, if you will. I see your tricks, and I got them right this time. You might have fooled me the first time round, but you ain't doing that to me again. Thank you to those who pointed that out. Some of you know some really impressive information about Mario Galaxy 2, and it's really impressed me, just all the little bits of information. A lot of the things that I've been able to learn from other people, too. It's shown me just how rich with detail this world is, or I guess these worlds are, if you want to get proper with the terminology. It's just very rich, you know? This is one that I knew would be something that I'd come back to for the rest of my life, and it certainly has been that all this time. The green stars don't start for a long time in this section. Oh, hello! I never actually acknowledged what these things were called. They're called Gringills. I always just call them the horrific eels, though, because that's what has been forever burned into my mind as a child. The other thing that I didn't mention is that in almost all situations, Gringills, if smacked in the face with a Koopa shell, will drop a 1-up, making them one of the very few enemies that do. And for having to put up with that, they definitely should. They gotta make up for those years that they're shaving off of you from terrorizing you as a child. At least they apologize in pretty tangible terms. I'll grab that. And then we're gonna swim through space. Gotcha, didn't I? Ups-a-daisy from where we were before. And I think I hear some twinkling. Yeah, actually, I think it is right up here. Possibly, maybe, perhaps, almost. Not quite. Here's something. Oh, no, 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 no! Break that somehow. Come over here, come over here, come over here. There it is, there it is. I knew I heard something. I was trying to listen out for it. So I'll take that very cutely arranged bit of star bits in loving memory of the Luma that I will never free because I'm going for the... Never mind, little lost Luma. I would never have dreamed of doing that to you. You don't have to worry about a thing. You're free. In the big leagues, our first showdown with Bowser, and it's not long at... Whoa, the world tilting there was kind of disorienting. We're just going fast with this revisit. Not taking that long at all, and oh, I saw the green star back there, thinking it was smart. Well, you didn't count on one thing. The intro video betrayed you. I'll meet you over by where that is, since we already know it. How's it going, blockhead? Sorry, I didn't realize that was a slur to your kind! I got what was coming to me. I have to know, is this ground pound necessary at all? It seems like you do well to just long jump. You land safely by holding straight. Okay, well, duly noted. No ground pound necessary. No skin necessary either. I'm going on moving fine without it. I think. Need a long jump, spin, plop right down on top of it. No one will ever know my secret club or get into it without getting fried to a burning fiery crisp. For I've collected the only object in it that keeps you afloat. Second time around, I was able to make it safely onto this platform, sans losing my skin, but, you know, who's counting? By spinning right at the very end of my long jump. It seemed like the inputs might have been blocked out. Oh, no, I didn't say blockhead, I said blocked out! Okay, all right, we made it out unscathed this time. We'll open the way forward, and look cool doing it! That time I didn't get swallowed up by the darkness, only got swallowed up by the new gravity. And this one! Oh, this one. I think Mattermouths are among the tougher enemies, because if you get hit anywhere near them, you're probably done. But this is just sick. That's what I was going to say. Oh. Well, now you know the spot to plop right down on top of it. And it moves us up quite highly, I guess. Maybe to prevent dying in the cutscene? And now, World 3. This is my favorite world. I've come to that conclusion. I think that, maybe with the exception of Freezy Flake, all these levels are aces. The atmosphere, the piano music, all of it's great. If we're judging it just purely based on overworld, yeah, it's an easy win. All the hub world themes are great, though. I don't think there's a single one that I outright dislike. They're all just fantastic for all different reasons, but World 3 definitely goes with my taste the most. A lot of you were asking which one my favorite one was, and I guess that does give an answer to that. Tall Trunk, with the light shimmering down from above, we need to go get ourselves a dinosaur. Ha ha! Just had to make his day even more rotten. Kick him while he's down. Got what I had coming to me in a few seconds flat. So, the balloon berry. This was originally going to be the, what am I gonna say? This was originally gonna be called, as I like to pronounce it, the magic balloon fruit. It was going to look like a pea balloon and be black, based on the appearance that it had in Super Mario World. I'm guessing that it got a unique power-up design because that was always eaten by Mario. Yoshi could never consume a pea balloon, and in fact, if you did consume it with Yoshi mounted, then Yoshi would just, you would dismount Yoshi immediately. It's up here somewhere. Aw, Whittles. Here come the Whittles. Watched that show when I was little. I kind of doubt it holds up based on what I remember of it, but maybe it does. Don't know. Could be a cartoon classic. Give me the star. I did an infinite flutter without meaning to, and they didn't catch that before launch somehow. I thought about dismounting Yoshi and getting another jump, but then I didn't think about it, and I got the timing right. That's kind of amazing. Not talking about my own skill. I'm talking about the fact that they didn't catch that. Well, I'll take... no, I won't take that. I want to go down a little bit. There's a 1-up down here that I don't believe that I got on first viewing. And... bye, Yoshi! I'm sure there is lots of food in this entirely wooden cylinder in space. Oh, his shadow was there. That's all that was left of him already. Oh. This tells me all I need to know about this thing and how it's going to be in a jerkish location that I'm going to have lots and lots of trouble getting at. And, oh, that's right, you actually don't start next to the slide. I have to say, I'm really hoping that the stuff that we have coming up is harder, because my opinion on things have changed a little bit. I used to have the opinion, and you've even heard me say it a few times, that I like how the missions are able to be harder in concept because they give you lots of lives all the time. And there are some missions that I do believe are hard, but there's also the angle that I haven't died a lot. I think the thing that gave me the most trouble on legitimate challenge was Clockwork Ruins Galaxy, and that's because the spin jumping mechanics there don't work the way that they're supposed to, where your spin jumps get canceled constantly by no fault of your own. The hardest legitimate challenge that I didn't self-impose was probably the Prankster Comet on Flip Out Galaxy. There was getting the no coin. The thing that probably was the hardest in general was getting no coins on this particular mission, back when we had to do the purple coins. But again, that was self-inflicted. I kind of just... I do think that this is on the easier side. Some of the missions are hard, and I will acknowledge that I've had a lot of practice, and I've been playing these for a long time. But I've kind of wished that I could freak out about a few more things, you know? Such as, where the heck is this green star? I hope I haven't passed it up already. Okay, no, there's still some left. Oh, there it is. There she blows. There she blows. There she blows! Pretty. Nice view. Very pleasing. Cloudy Court is up next. Cloudy Court. Good memories. After all, it was the place where Mario first met Luigi. What do you mean we grew up together? Well, right near this stealthily hidden 1-up, I still can't believe that there's one there. That is genius in how it's hidden. We're gonna mount the green dinosaur, but subvert expectations in the details. And then above it, there's a drop shadow. You guessed it, belongs to a solid object. What? Cloud Suit gets another round, because of course it does. They loved this power-up, and they got enough mileage out of it to last it a lifetime. Which it did, because it's never ever come back in anything. Just love pointing that out, that every time something never comes back. Ooh. Oh, there's like a puffy cloud pattern on the side of these. That's pretty. It's nice. So I've mentioned that Cloudy Court Galaxy changed a lot during development. It was originally going to be a Yoshi level. Well, I didn't quite go into how much, because out of all the ones that made it into the finished product, this one changed, I think, the most. Originally, it didn't seem to so much be a music-themed area, but instead have all these giant platforms with dicks coming out of them everywhere. I think that we made out a lot better. That was not a wise use of my clouds! I guess you could say I got what was coming to me. This time, I didn't use my clouds willy-nilly, meaning... Don't call me Willy. Oh! Sorry, had my head in the clouds. But now it's cleared up. Moving onward from where we was. We actually quite far from where we was. We gotta go into this next section. And I don't know if it's the music that just brings out the jolliness in me or what. I don't know if it's just the music that brings out the pain in my forehead. I don't know if it's just the music that brings out the jollies in me or what it is, but for some reason I just seem to have things that I enjoy saying flow out of me whenever I'm here in Cloudy Court or whenever I'm in the presence of this wonderful music that I am unworthy of living in. Trying that again, right to the wind, he says. I should have listened to my favorite underrated species. It's kind of warmed my heart to see so many people warming up to the Whittles, and I've seen a lot of people drawing them lately. I've seen a lot of people just kind of hoping for them to be in a Mario Kart game, and I'd love nothing more than for the little guys to get used for something, or sorry, the Whittle guys. Got to use the proper terminology when addressing them. Yeah, I would love to see them just get used in something. Anything better than Mario Party 9 and Mario Party Island 2, or just only getting to exist in the Mario canon for a decade in those forms. I can't imagine a worse fate for another life form. If you like those games, then I'm happy for you. I wish I could. Well, over there... Oh, hello. We can see where the wind begins, and we can also grab a star. I know what's next, and it ain't topping Cloudy Court, so I think we're gonna end things off there. Next time on Super Mario Galaxy 2, we're probably gonna finish up World 4, and scratch that, we're probably not going to do that. We're probably going to finish up World 3, and then get pretty deep into World 4. See you guys then.